So, Jeannie, we briefly covered this topic, but I just want to get your view again. Just how critical is effective monitoring and evaluation? And I know it's a theme throughout your book and throughout your work. Do you think that this is an area often minimized during an organizational or community change effort?
Absolutely. I think that it's known in the business community that we don't often do a really good job of monitoring our processes, monitoring and evaluating our change, but we can use it when sponsors want to see results. Now, sponsors would be whatever manager said, you know what, we really need to change the way we're doing things here.
Sure.
But it could also be necessary for funders. Whoever is paying the bill for making this change, maybe the change is we need to train people to do X. Well, who's paying for that development and delivery of that training?
Yeah.
In the community, it's often people who are funding grants. An example that we gave in the book was a community that had a large influx of people from Somalia who were working at local factories and needed to learn basic English. And so the community, the school district offered basic skills training, and they got a grant to make sure, to help fund this. And they even brought it into the factory. So they offered this after work for the community, and the company supported the process and even offered space for people to go after work to take the training. But the community foundation that offered the grant had to know how it was going and whether or not it was doing any good. So that's an example of when they might do it. But the individuals working on the team that's making the change happen also need to know how they're doing in order to keep that urgency going, keep that work being accomplished. The community needs to know it as well. What I mean by the community there, not just the larger community, but if we're in a business, the business people, it's a community of its own kind. So they need to identify key indicators and build an evaluation from the beginning so that they can monitor it periodically throughout the process of the change.